Hello, random internet strangers. Today, got a dryer that's not heating. Simply put, the way I approach dryers not heating, I like to use live electricity. That means if you screw up and test something wrong, you could get electrocuted and die. So, if you don't know what you're doing and you don't want to die, don't do what I do. There's ways to do this safely. This video is not an instruction how to do this safely. This is a video included with safe practices that tells you how to diagnose the problem. No heat. You need 240 volts AC power for a dryer to heat here in the United States. First thing I do, I stick 1 meter lead. I lied. It's not. I diagnose machines differently depending on each situation. But in a perfect world, this is the way I do it. Check your power. This is your terminal block where your cord hooks up. This is your black terminal block. This is your red one. Check it. You should read 240 volts AC. If you have 240 volts AC, also start the dryer at this point. Does the dryer tumble? It tumbles but no heat. Great. Take your other meter lead. Move it down to your timer. This is a black. The biggest black wire. It's about 12 gauge or 10 gauge. Do you read 240 volts AC? Good. Move your lead down to the red timer. 240 volts AC. Good. Move it down to the thermal cutoff, which this one is on the heating element. Good. Move it down here. Not good. No 0 volts. 240 volts. 0 volts. 240 volts. That means this part is bad. Or if you keep on reading, the operating thermostat, 240 volts. That just means that operating thermostat's open. This is assuming your heater is not heating at all. Or you get 240 volts down here to the high limit thermostat. And this one, test it here. Well, 240 volts, not 240 volts. You have a bad heater. If this is the spot right here, 240 volts, 0 volts, 240 volts, 0 volts. Of course, this is with the motor running, because this is the centrifugal switch. When the motor starts, as designed, this switch, tink, it closes. If this is where you're losing voltage, you have a bad timer. This is your timer contacts. Including these contacts here are part of your timer, and these here are part of your timer. But they do different things. That's how you figure out a voltage situation. Now, you take your leads, you put your meter on your terminal block, your red, put your other meter on your black, and you don't read 240 volts. You read like 180 or 230. 230 is okay. It's within spec. That's close enough for government work. If you read 180, you have something going on. But at terminal block, that means the problem is not the dryer. It's either the cord or your outlet or your house. It's not the dryer. If you read 240 volts at your terminal block and it's not heated. Now, for example, if you take your meter leads, put them on 240 volts, you start your dryer and your meter drops down to 0 or 10 or 20 volts. Well, you have a problem with your circuit before the dryer. Meaning it could be the cord, it could be the outlet, it could be the conductors from your outlet back to your breaker box somewhere, or it could be the breaker box or breaker or something before.